Let me share with you guys my content plan for 2024 as far as Duke Does Amazon is concerned. The reason I want to share this is because I've been chipping away over time with a lot of consistency but irregularity. And I just want to put my goals out there as far as what I hope to do and why I'm doing it. So first, let me just start with what I plan to do, okay? My goal is to do one reel per day on Instagram and essentially one thread per day on Instagram. A reel is pretty straightforward to me. The thread, sometimes I don't want to force it. It has to be something. My goal with the thread is, as I'm sourcing, what comes to mind, what little things I've done. I don't want to post for the sake of it. I always want to provide actual, what I think to be valuable information, which is something I take tremendous pride in. I am in the trenches day in and day out, so I have a tremendous amount of content and information to share. It's just being able to articulate it or remember what to say, right? So for Instagram, I'm trying to do a reel a day and basically a thread a day. For YouTube, 3 YouTube videos a week. One of the biggest things with this, and I think there's a good lesson to be taught here, at least from my experience. Sometimes we let too much friction get in the way of us putting stuff out there. So for me, I was looking into VAs and doing the thumbnails and the editing, because a lot of people do that. But then when I look at it, it's like the amount of time I have to spend explaining it to them and uploading and discussing the edit. I was like, this isn't really it. And I was listening to this one creator. I'm gonna butcher his name. His name is Omar El Takori, I think it is, from Think Media. And he was talking about, if editing is the reason you're not posting more, for me, that was it. Thumbnails, editing, just too time consuming, and it just became a drag to me. I said, you know what? I'm not gonna worry about that stuff. I have a new mic, so I can just literally bake it into the video, upload it, not worry about the intro or the outro, not worry about the world's best thumbnails, just have some templates, and just crank these out, because I know, especially in this space, it's all about the value of the information. Sure, could I get more likes and views if I spent a lot more time on polishing all that other stuff up? Yes, but for me, I'd rather put out a large amount of good information and let the chips fall where they may, because if I don't, I simply won't do it. So that's my biggest takeaway for me this year, is just remove the friction and post with regularity. And it doesn't have to be monumental videos, right? I come across a keep a chart. That's valuable. I'll show you how I break it down. I have a mentality thought when it comes to Amazon. That's valuable. They don't all have to be me interviewing a 7-figure seller and getting all these nuggets out of that. I'm gonna do that too, right? I'm gonna do lives so I don't have to edit it, and I can do some Q&As and stuff like that. But so just want you to know that is my goal. 3 YouTube videos a week. My thumbnail quality might go down, some of the intro, outro edits might go down, but the quantity and the information is going up, and that ultimately is what matters the most. Okay, so I really don't plan on doing that. I also started a newsletter a couple months ago in Q4. I shouldn't have done that. And I started off talking about a weekly newsletter. And now I've changed it and I'm calling it my occasional newsletter. And the reason for that is, if I did it weekly, would that be more valuable? Of course. Being more consistent, more frequently is good stuff. But it was coming around so quickly, it was kind of stressing me out. And so now what I'm gonna do is once a month and make it very realistic. And that's really it as far as content goes. But just overall, my biggest thing that I'm trying to go into, I'm 36, something I've learned. I've always had grandiose plans and a big vision, and I stick to that. But sometimes it's like this all or nothing mindset. I'm gonna do 100 push-ups a day for the entire year. And then by day 7, it's like, there's no way I'm doing this, I'm just gonna stop. But for instance, this year, and this is real, I'm doing 10 squats, 10 push-ups, weighing myself every day, like these very, very small tasks. And what happens when I do 10 push-ups? Well, then I do another couple more after that, and another couple squats after that, right? And this consistency and this momentum builds up. And it's the same thing for the content. I want to give myself realistic opportunities to be consistent with this. And in case, by the way, you're ever wondering, why am I doing this? Sometimes I ask myself that because my time could be spent doing other things, my family, my other business, other Amazon stuff. But I've had this unwavering belief about YouTube specifically. If I keep putting valuable information out there over a long enough period of time, if nothing else, I should create a little bit of revenue through AdSense. But now I'm also getting a little taste of what it's like to get some affiliate links and making some other money that way. And I absolutely hope to get into courses and coaching. I don't know exactly what that's going to look like. I do plan on doing Keep a Product Finder course. Something that I'm bullish on is sourcing is the name of the game. So sharing how I source and the best ways to do it, I think could be very valuable. I know that I've always taken pride in being authentic and real and honest and open. And I think I'm as qualified as pretty much anyone doing online arbitrage to share information. And so that's another reason I'm doing this. I know that it's kind of one of those, it's going to pay off. And I know that I want to diversify my Amazon revenue to not just be from sourcing, but these 4+ years of education, putting in the time to hours and hours and days and months worth of YouTube stuff. I see it all paying off one day. I don't know exactly what that's going to look like, but I have this unwavering belief. And I'm not going to sit here and say I just do it because I care to help people. Like, it's great to be able to help people. And it's also great to be able to help people and be authentic and honest and being able to create another form of income for yourself. Now, what that looks like, I still don't know exactly but that is the reason I do this. And I think if anyone told you otherwise, they'd kind of be fooling themselves unless it's just a straight up passion project, because I'm telling you, content takes a long time. It takes a lot of mental space, the editing and stuff. But that's one of the reasons I'm trying to just streamline it as much as possible. So even with this new mic, this might be a little bit off on the audio. We'll adjust and we'll go from there. And if there's a lesson to take away, it's remove as much friction as you can, get started, and then iterate and figure it out as you go. So that's my goal. That's my plan for the 2024 content. Those are my big two: Instagram and YouTube, occasional newsletter, and we'll go from there. I appreciate you guys being here. For anyone that's been following along on the journey, following, liking, all that stuff, I appreciate you guys. I really do hope you get valuable information out of this. And I'm gonna constantly be dropping little nuggets, some of them being minuscule, some of them being very valuable, but consistently is the goal. Thanks for being here, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.